Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today, the topic of presentation is about the network design report with the subject ID COIT20264. Myself, Khizar Farid, with my three other mates, Maria Akhtar Khan, Abdul Moidaman, and Naveed Aslam. Before jumping to the main presentation, let me give you a brief description of the report. We are required to design a network for a well-known farm called Farmers for Farmer, and which is based in Brisbane, Queensland, Australia. Okay, so now we have the come to the main presentation. Let's start what we're gonna discuss in the whole presentation, starting from the main business goals and constraints and technical goals and trade-offs, user communities, data stores, application and traffic flows, addressing a naming model, explanation and justification, logical network design, and second last explanation, routing and switching protocols, and lastly we have the security mechanisms description. Let's jump to the table of to the business goals first. So here we have like five business goals that we have mentioned here, starting from the very first, product at affordable price. So in that we have to satisfy the customer by reducing or making it reasonable cost. When we are going to deliver our product, we have to be make sure that the price should be reasonable before delivering. After that, we have the high quality product, but we are actually producing, it must be of high quality because it has to be maintain the market standard. And after that we have the business expansion. When we have these two, the product affordable price and the high quality product, definitely we will have the business expansion because we want to achieve the upper edge in the market with this activity. And after that we have the varying market damage. And in this we actually have to um, infrastructure the network. We have to like we have to thought that the new network that we're going to be infrastructure, that will definitely enrich the services and avoid damaging business disruption. And the lastly we have the enhancement of outdated technology, which means we have to keep updated our existing system with the passage of time. Now move to the next slide. Here we have the business constraint. So there are four business constraints for this project. First of all, the top-down network approach, and like for successful implementation of network, we use top-down approach, which must be selected as it consists of various phases, which aids in completing network efficiently. Then comes the time constraint. Time constraint is a very major part as well. Here we have like in time constraint, we have to be on time. That what we are going to deliver, it must be on time. You know what, most of the project fails just because they do not complete on time. And after that, the budget constraint is very important part, because before assigning the project, the budget should be decided. What will be the project, what will the budget for this product or a project. And after that we have the project scheduling. All the clients invest money and time for project, therefore their desire to have a better quality product. For this purpose, scheduling must be preferred. All right, so now I'm going to invite Mr. Nabil to continue the presentation. Thank you very much.
Hello guys, hope you're doing well. Myself Nabil Aslam, as my fellow Khizar was telling you about the business goals and business constraints. So I'm going to start from here. Technical goals. The first one is network scalability. Network scalability, the developing new network information must be scalable so that it can have full support over the network traffic. Network security. The network security should be free from any kind of loopholes or any kind of vulnerability. There should be no loophole or any kind of insecurity in the system. It has to be very safe and secure. Authentication, each customer must have interacting with the system must have a proper authentication server. The information should be accessible only according to their priority. To make authentication more secure, it may use two-way authentication services. Okay, yeah. Authentication, communication like this one, and the effective communication. It should support better interaction service, such as client may easily communicate with their associate user frequently. Gateway for secure payment. To make transaction process more secure, online payment company will offer a separate payment gateway plan for their client, and it has to be very secure and safe. And so there shouldn't be any other third person that can access this one. The only authorized person can access this one. Okay, the next one is trade-off. As you can see, the importance of the pie chart according to their according to the plan, like the security, scalability, effective communication, authentication. So I'm gonna elaborate. According to the goals of the company, the entire technical goals has separated with the help of the pie chart, which is indicated like the security is 37%, and the effective communication 28%, authentication is 16, and the scalability is 90. The major and the main part is like security, which has, you can see that is the 37%. So it has to be very secure and safe from any kind of insecurity. The user community is table. User community table compiles the different users that may really interact with the system. The user are farmer, and any kind of system analyst, managing director, logistic manager, or any accountant. These users may reside in different location, like any city, or anywhere they can be saved. So they can communicate with each other in a very effective and secure way. So it also provides a major component that need to be integrated with the system for this purpose. You mean to say they can interact with each other whenever they require. So it has to be very secure and safe method to interact with each other. The next one, data stores. For storing the raw data in the operation performed by the company's local servers and storage servers. There's a two type of servers and state storage. Data transmission for internal and external operation for the organization and store. Manage over the like these two services, servers and tape storage. So it can be stored on the any server or any kind of table storage like USB, DVD, CDs. So after that we can access it. So it has to be very secure and process and analyze their sensitive information in effective manner. Should be very in effective and a very good manner. So yeah, and my slide was going to end here, and after that my colleague, my actor, is going to start from the next one slide. Thank you, guys.
Hello everyone, my name is Maria and now I'm gonna carry forward the presentation from slide 9 to 11. For slide 9 we have network applications. These network as application is majorly used by organizational network, and you can see as users we have data analysts, managing directors, accounting, logistic managers, and the type of flow of traffic that we are using is either host to destination or client server flow. For protocols, we have used FTP, HTTP, UDP, and TCP. The applications that will majorly be part of this network would be database, DNS, web, or application. The required bandwidth would be from 128 to 256 kbps or 3 to 5 mbps. Furthermore, we have traffic flow. This is an assumption based traffic flow of F4F network that you can see in this slide. For protocols we have used file transfer protocol, hypertext transfer protocol, internet control and message protocol, and the relative network utilization can be seen in this chart. For FTTP, it would be 0.0345. For HTTP, it would be 0.190, and for Internet Control and Message Protocol, it would be 0.036. The broadcast rate and multicast rate would be 0.0056 for FTTP, 0.0016 for Hypertext and Transfer Protocol, and 0.0035 for Internet Control and Message Protocol. Furthermore, for absolute network utilization, 0.0030 for File Transfer Protocol, 0.014 for HTTP, and 0.012 for Internet Control and Message Protocol. Now we will move to addressing and naming model. Model for addressing and managing includes requirement gathering, logical design, physical design, testing, and final deployment. Requirement gathering. Requirement gathering is considered as the first stage of the project where uh, the developers meet the clients and get their functional and non-functional requirement that would help out them to carry forward the project. The logical design before starting to work with actual development of network infrastructure, their needs should be mapped to a logical design which visualize the actual uh, methods and implementation of the project. Physical design, all after creating logical design, all this needs to be implemented as a physical design. Therefore, the development team integrates network components with routers, switches to complete network infrastructures. Testing, a prototype with major functionality is developed and tested for their vulnerabilities and efficiency of the network. Final deployment, this is the last phase where the deployment team integrates the network with client and release it for the use of the users.
Explain the next part of this presentation, starting from the logical network design. The customer could place an order online via using web interface, and it will send to the if it's a delivery order, then it will send to the delivery driver, and delivery driver will go to the next nearest farmer and then buy produce and deliver that produce to the client. So there are a couple more users in the system that are director, manager, logistic, data analyst, and accountant that works in the office and connect with the system and manage all the things that is going on in the system. And the whole activity that from order to delivery is tracked by the F4F organization. If we talk about the internal things, the CAT cable is preferred because of the capability to improve network performance for internal connectivity, and for external connectivity we suggest Comlink that connects the system to the ISP, Internet Service Provider. 192. If we talk about the network, 192.168.50.0 is a network address, and the subnet is 24, and the special dedicated firewall is attached to prevent any unauthorized activity on the system. Next, moving towards routing protocols. If we talk about routing protocols, we have basically used three major routing protocols in the system, starting from EIGRP. The enhanced interior gateway routing protocol can be used in the network infrastructure of F4F, as this is a hybrid protocol. Will link the distance vector over the internet. Encapsulation is also helpful in meaning the integrity of the client information and secure the network from external attacks such as DOS, double DOS, and bootnet attacks. So if we talk about routing protocol, is selected for selecting the optimal path for data transfer over the internet. This routing protocol is basically used in the wireless sensor network to choose an optimal path to transfer data from one source to the destination source. Okay, so the open shortest path first establish communication between the routes of the network. Apart from this, some redundancies in the data can also be removed using the routing protocol in accordance with the TCP and IP. So next, moving towards switching protocols. Spanning tree protocol is used for optimal path selection and transmission of data from the source station to the base station is done by the switching protocol. The network layer and the different network topologies are supported by the spinning tree protocol. Encapsulation switching protocol is used to eliminate the chances of getting attacked by the intruders. The process of encapsulation include conversion of information in data packets first, then data packets transfer to the further to the next switch or maybe route. So virtual area network ensures that the last one ensures the network in the area are authorized. The employee in the organization can implement or execute a role-based scheme with virtual area configuration access only. So if we move towards the last thing, that is security mechanism description. At the pyramid of the at the top of the pyramid, the firewall is comes. Firewall acts as a protection for the servers from getting attacked by intruders. This security mechanism FRF is incorporated in the company. So as to configure the server with enhanced security, we have used the firewalls. FRF should ensure that only authorized person have access to the system over the company. The unauthorized person cannot have access to the information present in the digital assets over the internet. So the last thing is the physical security measures that we need to take. The router should be kept in the safe place, in the safe room. Only authorized persons should allow to access the room only. Another physical security that by keeping a security guard, by hiring a security guard in front of the room and taking a record of every person that gets in and get out, to track if something bad happened, then we can track the person. So these are the security mechanism description that I have described. Here are some references in my list. So thank you guys for watching our presentation. I hope you guys enjoyed.